Welcome back. Today we're reading chapter 12. In Apple Mary and Dennie, foil the swindlers. There we are. Chapter 12. Denny's invitation.
"Ask your grandma if you can come play with me,"
said Jean, just as Apple Mary returned. Denny explained where Jean lived to Apple Mary, disguising his excitement as best as he could. "Hop on the sled with Denny, Jean. I'll give you a ride to the back gate," said Apple Mary to the little girl.
"Oh, what fun!
"Have you lived here long, Jean?" asked Apple Mary as she pulled the two children.
"Oh, about 4 years. Could Denny come over and play with me?"
"I don't know. We're going back to the city soon. Could he come before you go?" "We'll see," said Apple Mary, not sure if it were wise.
"Well, goodbye. And please let Denny come."
"Goodbye, Jean," called Denny. After they were back at Miss Hetty's, Denny did his best to persuade Apple Mary to let him go see Jean.
"But we don't know anything about those people, Denny." "Why don't you ask Miss Hetty? I bet she knows."
Miss Hetty was feeding her bird when Apple Mary spoke to her.
"Miss Hetty, I want to ask you about the little girl living at Mr. Crafty's place." "Oh, Jean? The housekeeper's child? She's a nice little thing. I feel sorry for her. She asked Denny to come visit her, and—" "My lands!" exclaimed Miss Hetty. "I wouldn't go near that place. That high wall, and those dogs are there for some reason."
But Apple Mary had begun to think it might be all right for Denny to go. She returned to their room to talk with him.
"Denny, if you go visit Jean, try and remember everything you see there so you can tell me,"
she said, after they had talked a bit.
"Oh, yes, Grandma. And I'll keep my ears open, too."
Jean had had to do some persuading also. As soon as she got into the house, she had asked her mother about having Denny come over.
"I know Mr. Crafty said we shouldn't have visitors, Mother, but he surely wouldn't mind a little lame boy like Denny."
"Well," said her mother finally,
"I can't see any harm in it, especially when he's out of town. After all, they're strangers and we'll be leaving Green Acres soon." "Goody!"
exclaimed Jean.
"I'll go tell him to come right now."
In a twinkling, Jean had donned her coat and hat and was off down the street. When Miss Hetty opened the door, she fairly danced in.
"May Denny come over to my house right away?" "Why, of course, Jean,"
replied Apple Mary.
"Whoopee!"
cried Denny.
"I'm all ready to go."
Apple Mary daydreamed a little as she pulled the two youngsters along on Denny's sled toward her old home.
"When we reach the house, somebody'll have to carry Denny in, and I'll do it. At least I'll get to see the kitchen."
As they entered the rear gate, she thought,
"Here I go, walking up to the back door, when I used to drive up to the front. But something tells me things are going to change."
Have a nice time, Dennie, but be careful what you say about us,
she said softly to the child, while Jean knocked on the door. Apple Mary picked Dennie up in her arms. Jean's mother opened the door.
I'd better carry him in,
said Apple Mary.
I'm used to it. Oh, no, I'll take him.
The housekeeper cut in decisively, and a second later, the door was closed right in Apple Mary's face.
Closed the door right in my face. Afraid I'd see something. Now I know there's something wrong around here. But never mind. Denny's inside, and he's smarter than a lot of grown folks.
And that's the end of chapter 12. I hope you'll join me for chapter 13, Unexpected Arrivals. We're almost to the end of the story. I'm so glad you could join me. We'll see you next time.